Reggie is the manliest man of ever. Manliest man of the men. Okay, so me and Reggie have very different, like, reactions to tentacle. Does the manliness multiply by how many men there is in bed?
Being a god has never been so disgusting, because today, in Total Warhammer 3, we will be using arcane magic, careful diplomacy, and eldritch...
I think I like that diplomacy method, by the way. I think I want it.
abominations to subjugate the world and ascend to godliness. Standing in our way are hordes.
Oh, this guy in the back looks like a big boy. That one looks like a god, actually. Yeah, that one actually kind of looks like a god. I like it.
The beastmen, undead armies, and of course thousands of communists. For every
Of course it's the communist. I love that. That's beautiful.
every one of these enemies we conquer, our commander grows in size and strength until he becomes a literal god. Can we spread our cult across the world, or will every endgame crisis on max difficulty stop us in our tracks?
Oh,
There's
boy,
only one
that's
way
a
to
lot.
find out. We start our campaign at the Monument of the Moon and are immediately presented with a difficult decision.
That's a lot of decision. It's modded Warhammer 3. Oh yeah, I can see that. I can see that that creature does not seem like... What faction is it? It doesn't seem like maybe Skaven would create something like that? Its own? I see.
Caste-based slavery or experiment with blood sacrifices.
So
I
many
won't lie,
choices.
my psychosexual need to dominate the poor is very strong, but my
Okay, I need an explanation of this clip. What are they doing? What are these dudes doing?
I won't lie, my psychosexual need to dominate the poor is very strong, but my
That's not wrestling. That's trying to assert dominance against each other. That's the time they decide which one is the bottom and which one is the top. Reggie is a fan of intellectual theater, authentic sport. What? Naked wrestling? Okay, so I know that there is female wrestling in Jello when they wear just bikini and they wrestle in Jello, and it's like a guy's fantasy. Is this supposed to be that, but for female? It's not always wrestle with other guys in the gym locker room. Now I'm wondering about the locker rooms in the gym. Like how the Greeks used to do it. That is the best kind of wrestling. It's also for guys. True. I see. So this is the fantasy of girls and the like for the Jello and bikini. Noted. It is the counterpart of that.
compulsion to draw with their blood is even stronger. After that, I began examining our military. We're equipped with several swamp monsters, a
Swamp. Why do you think there is a 4 episode of guys wrestling in the locker rooms? I did not know that. There is a 4 episodes of guys wrestling in the locker rooms. Let me note it for later for science purposes, research. Yes. Manly men, of course.
goblin shaman that looks suspiciously like Gilbert Gottfried, and our commander, a giant octopus named Kroll. I try not to look at him too much because those tentacles make me act up. Right now,
okay, so me and Reggie have very different reactions to tentacles. Reggie is like, and I'm like, That's for the secret stream. Yeah, that's that's for the other platform stream. That's what the girls say, right? To be fair, right? What's manlier than 2 men in bed? Good question. Research. Me thinks she has a new project. Yeah, sure. 3 men? Ooh, 3 men in bed is very manly. Does the manliness multiply by how many men there is in bed? That's why. Am I understanding the math correctly with the manliness? The more men, the more manly. Perfect. We're reaching levels of manliness that are bordering on illegal. Depends on how manly they are. No, very manly, very manly. Does it stack is what she is asking. Yes. 4 men? 4 men is like, dude, the quadrupleness of the manliness if they are manly. Yes, the more men, the manlier, but it gets cancelled if a girl is involved. Ah, okay, so how many stacks of manliness the girl, the involvement of the girl has cancelled? Like, is it like if you have 5 guys, that's 5 times the manliness, but there's 1 girl, so like it slashes in half? Also, welcome marked by Ragnarok. I heard the call of the Gachi crew and I came. Hi, happy to see you herding today. If you have a manly man only, then yes. A square root per girl. We're gonna create a new freaking mathematical equation to make sure that we can calculate well how manly the manliness is in the room.
Now, he's just a big fat idiot that gets bullied by enemy archers.
But
for every
not
capital city
fat.
we capture, we can construct a Temple of Khorne, which increases his weapon damage, armor, and mass by 5%. Our goal? Construct 20 temples so that we can ascend from trifling...
That's a lot of temples, my goodness. A manly man wouldn't need 5 guys, they would just bring out the grill. Okay, with also High Shadow. So with the manly men, so if you have 5 manly men, but 1 grill, the grill multiplies the manliness of every man by 5. Because a manly man with a grill is more manly than men. Than without the grill. No, woman automatically makes it gay. No girls allowed. Of course. This is reminding me of the TikTok advert where a guy uses complicated method to find 20% of 414. I see. The manliness in the room is measured by the log square 2 of the number of men divided by the square root of women present to the pow. Plus, if there are grills included, you have to get the log square 2 times 5. Yeah, times 5. Great time to join. Listen, we're trying to make an equation to calculate the manliness of men. They're doing high-level calculus in real time? Yes. Also Hyronyx. Tentacle monster? Yes, that's where the manliness came from. We should try the Grimhammer mod. Oh boy.
God to divine entity. First, we have to kill our neighbors. This was when I understood just how large Khorne was, because he looks like this on the auto-resolve.
Oh boy.
The beastmen did their best, but after buffing Khorne with sneaky stabbing, he absolutely gutted their army. It's at this point I realized I picked the best faction, because I can take my enemies as slaves and sacrifice them before each battle to increase the potency of my magic spells. More on that later. With the beastmen currently locked...
Where does he get the clips from? I want to see the search history of Reggie to understand how the frick does he find these. Like, what? How? There is no more manliness than a man barbecuing a massive brisket no matter the weather. Yes. Math with Tori. Yes. Years of hoarding. Yeah, but you have to, like... Wait, how does such a big monster have sneaky stabbing? Why does it have sneaky stabbing? Where does it stab? You know, because, you see, you don't know where are the little, like, daggers due to how many tentacles there is. So it's sneaky because you never know which tentacle will stab you. Also, hi, Madness. He is known for these things. That's the manliest search history ever. Very possible, yes.
Locked in my basement, I have to choose my next victim. In an effort to quickly monopolize the color green, I decide to start with the orcs. Unfortunately, all of their cities follow some Latin American naming system, which makes them very hard for me to pronounce. This causes me to vibrate with rage, but it doesn't...
That did not sound like a... If you watch Reggie's video about turning all projectiles into nukes, he tells his Discord is full of naked men. That does not surprise me. how can you get into Reggie's Discord server? I did not ask that question. I definitely do not want to see that awful, disgusting, full of men Discord server. That sounds awful. You know, Reggie is the manliest man because he only have men on his search history. $300. Oh boy.
Doesn't stop me from auto-resolving them out of existence. In fact,
Oof.
it helped a lot. At this point, I was getting in character as some kind of settlement name auditor, punishing factions with pretentious or unimaginative naming systems, which led me directly to a town in the swamp named Swamp Town. Seriously, guys?
Isn't it perfect? No. He has the trolls. He has the swamps. I feel like that's the perfect town for him. That's the town for him. There is no imagining manly men doing manly things. No, I would never. That's awful. No. Queen Robin Hood, men in tights. This is my swamp. I want that swamp. I don't want to see that type of things. Please send it so I can avoid it. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Decided to penalize this faction by hiring a group of ogres to beat them to death with mallets.
Boy.
With Swamp Town under new management, we now have regional stability and we can begin developing our economic infrastructure. However, that would be a massive mistake, because when you are playing a lord that looks like this, you are definitely not an economic faction. To put it simply,
I need to engage in homicidal behavior on a massive scale.
So quickly.
Well, money. It's like, look at the money. Money!
Resuming the wanton slaughter of innocent people, I recruit a second general and launch a preemptive strike against Lord Mazdamundi at Port Reaver. Taking the settlement was quite easy, but surviving what came next was an entirely different matter. Because on the next turn, Mazdamundi descended on Port Reaver with...
He really liked that city. It was his favorite part and you took it. He must take it back. We get everyone else's money. Yeah!
All 1,200 pounds of his body positivity and began massacring thousands of innocent Boglars. However, I have confirmed with top scientists that Boglars are in fact not real people. They don't have rights, and we don't have to care when they die. So, no big deal. But it was...
I see. But did you saw their very nice big ears? They look kinda cute. They kinda look cute. So put up your dukes, cause we are gonna start a fight. Oh, it's that. Oh, I know that freaking song. It's Men in Thighs, so put up your dukes, cause we're gonna start a fight. Ah, I know which song you're talking about. Why do I know it? I don't even know why I know that song, but okay, I know what you're referring to. Tori connected the dots. Let's go. Nobblers are cute. Tori likes ugly things. No. What do you mean? I like. Nicola, did you see my throne, and did you see the little goblins that you can get from Warhammer? Come on, tell me they're not cute. Robin Hood Men in Tights, yes. The next best song is I'm Just Ken. Oh yes. You like us, right? Yes, of course I like chat. Well, I cannot give you uppies on this model, but of course I like chat. Nobbler on these never. Unless Mark, you want to be nommed, as in chomped, as in bitten. I wouldn't think you do. You know the song Since You Had a Good Childhood? No, actually no. I do not know it from my childhood. Not at all. When the clip of the boss crushing, I just heard a truck beeping due to a truck reversing down my street.
Was a big deal on the next turn when Mazdamundi came down to Swamp Town and kicked the shit out of me. Suffering this many defeats so early in the campaign made me seriously consider ending it all. However, I quickly realized that my hatred for the lizards is marginally greater than my hatred for myself. And so I fought on. If you're ever in this situation, I'll tell you exactly how to win. Simply challenge your enemy to a rematch, sacrifice 400 innocent people to supercharge...
No, they're not people. We established that. They're not people. No.
Your spells, then spend the entire battle abusing Spirit Leech to kill all of their commanders. Don't tell anyone you did that shit, though. They'll make fun of you and call you gay. No. Trust me, I'm speaking.
Just realize I can cheese the AI with Spirit Leech spam makes the battles very easy. You're such a homo, it's unbelievable. No, that's are true! He's the manliest of the men! They are spell preppers? Yes, I like that term. They are spell preppers. They making our spells more prepared. Thank you. I really like that term. We shall use that one.
From experience. Anyway, this marked a turning point in the war, because, simply put, everyone on the other side was dead. By the time we got to their capital city, they did have an army, but
spell servitors! Beautiful. Nice to catch the stream today. I'm happy you were able to catch the stream too.
we quickly drowned them in a sea of boglar corpses. And I guess we also literally drowned them with these tidal waves. With the lizards now relegated to the fossil record, we have to plan our next move. I looked to the south and found opium farmers, and in the north, manic sex criminals.
Sorry, this one
I don't know if you've
me.
ever met a dark elf, but canonically...
It doesn't look like a dark elf. Using Spirit Leech equals gay? No. If they don't want to die, why they give buff when dead?
They smell like cigarettes and boiled piss, so I try to avoid them at all costs. I started the war against Cathay by ambushing them at the floating pyramid and capturing several of their cities. They sent their finest dumpling salesmen to stop me.
Dumplings! Ooh, I would grab some of those dumplings from him, actually. Yeah, I like dumplings. Dark elves here are extra pale, is to blend better with the snow. I see. Curse Morathi? Yes, I agree.
But failed every time. Probably because I just unlocked this new artillery unit and it fires literal laser beams. Not too bad. Eventually.
Is it like the crocodile lasers in the frickin' Age of Mythology? I love lasers. Why don't we have more lasers in Total War? I think we should write to CA a petition. We want more lasers in Total War, please.
Eventually, Cathay unified their forces with Marcus Wolfheart and fought me at the Monument of Izatal. This was the exact point in the campaign where I realized Kroll is absolutely...
Lizardman has laser? Just one. It's the Stegaton, right? It's like the big boy. It's my favorite wobbly boy who has the laser. But that's one. We need more. Did you saw the Age of Mythology lasers? Like, you can have so many lasers. We want more lasers.
Broken because I now have tier 2 magic plus 100% spell intensity from sacrifices and another 45% from this item. You want to see what that looks like? Look at these spearmen. Now they're gone. That wasn't sped up. 1,500 people just died in 3 seconds. Now casting the big spells might seem like the way to go, but I've discovered a more effective method because after defeating Yonbo in combat, I gained a trait.
There can be anything more effective than a giant spell just eating everyone in a seconds. Funny how from a laser we went to possible factions in the new Warhammer 40k game. Welcome to my streams and whenever we start discussing things.
Which reduces the cost of all of my spells by 20%. This makes my tidal wave cost almost nothing. However, because of the slave sacrifices, it's strong enough to wipe out entire squads of archers in one shot. And to add insult to injury, Kroll has the Brood Mother ability, which causes him to summon a miniature kraken whenever he kills enemy units. I'm sure you can imagine just how quickly this got out of hand. I used this one weird trick to accumulate 1,200 kills on Kroll in a single battle. I had this whole army thing wrong. I saw Kroll and thought, disgusting swamp monster for melee combat. But really, he is one of the most well-educated and gifted mages of all time. Anyway, this probably goes without saying, but we won that battle pretty easily. By this point, the Chinese...
That's huge! I want those spells. I would like to see digital version of Underworlds. That's the only AOS I have cared about. I should check if they already made this. Doesn't look like they have announced something like that. Probably no. I've seen Underworlds here and there because when I was looking at like secondhand miniatures, it popped up, but I didn't really... None of the miniatures gained any of my interest, so I was not really caring to check more about it. I do wish we could get more games about the Great Crusade, the Heresy, or the immediate aftermath of the Heresy. It would be very interesting. I am a little bit sad that Games Workshop doesn't really want to put any emphasis on that because of the marketing. Possible reason for Heresy not being used were too many factions you would have to cover. 40k has most of Chaos being integrated to the Black Legion, would have to do Imperium and Dark Imperium. True, there would be like a lot of splits and troubles with that, depending of course on the game that you make, but I can see the problem. Or a game about the War of the Beast? I don't know about War of the Beast.
Knees are finished, Marcus is homeless, and if you're an 8-limbed monstrosity, things are going pretty good. We now have 4 capital cities with 2 temples, and more being built every turn. I can taste godhood, and it tastes like dead Bretonnians. It's at this point...
Oh, yeah, I mean... Okay, Reggie, question. Why at turn... What is it? 51, Bretonia still exists, my friend. Come on. You can do better than that. Discovering the post-Siege of Terra war is not really in detail. There is a lot of juicy half-lore bits from the Great Crusade. The only way they're gonna be explored is from books, so no Great Crusade stuff, sorry. Sad. Let no joyful voice be heard, let no man look at the sky with hope, and let this day be cursed by we who dare summon the Kraken. Holy cogs, no, not the War of the Beast, so terribly written. The orcs tried to destroy Terra and nearly succeeded. It's more of a tactical board game than a miniature game. Parties are treading into the underworld, as in they are probably all dead already, that underworld. I mean, I like board games and I like RPGs and stuff, but the miniatures just didn't necessarily catch my interest whatsoever.
Probably wondering, Reggie, do you actually have a plan, or are you going to just keep killing
why would
people?
He have a
to
plan?
Which I reply, that is the plan. That's
Yeah,
always
violence
been the
makes
plan
sense.
in every single video. In my effort to accumulate as many capital cities as possible, I began physically annihilating the Bretts. Sure, they have good cavalry, because their knights are so well trained that they're practically one with their horse. However, my cavalry are literally one with their horse.
No!
Because I have used dark magic to anatomically fuse them together.
Boy.
Imagine this, you're a French peasant. The only things you know are be stinky and die from shitting yourself. Then imagine seeing these ungodly abominations cresting the hill. It's fair to say that you are unprepared for what's about to happen, as was Alberic. In fact, at one point, I ended my turn in march stance beside 2 full Bretonian stacks, because I fundamentally do not respect them. All in all, we had their entire empire wiped out within 10 turns. It was at
You know what? That's pretty, actually, admirable.
this point I realized Jan Bo is actually still alive. I just stole all of his territory, and since then he's been camping outside my settlements like a homeless vagrant who steals my recyclables just to survive. After 10 turns of this, he worked up the courage to bonsai charge a nearby settlement. By himself. What an asshole. Anyway, I gotta say, he really went for it. It's almost like he didn't have a choice. Maybe he was drafted, or even enlisted, the sponsor of today's video. Enlisted is a first-person shooter that offers a mixture of PvP and PvE combat. Lead a squad of customizable AI soldiers and participate in massive battles with other players. Enjoy multiple weapons, vehicles, and campaigns ranging from the invasion of Normandy to the Battle of Moscow. The combat is very realistic. For example, I can obliterate your ribcage with a shotgun without having to worry about you surviving. Speaking of realism, the graphics are so good I can practically taste the exhaust coming out of this tank. My personal favorite feature is the NI-05 impact mine. It looks like an anti-tank mine at the end of a short stick, because it is, but that's not going to stop me from running across an open field and plunging it into the side of a tank before being atomized in the subsequent explosion.
It makes sense that
Follow
he
the
would
link below
love
to
that
play
one.
Enlisted for free on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. Now back to the video. While this was
Thank you.
happening, we were having some issues with a tribe of lizard men led by Gorok.
That's a lot of lizard men.
He's an unhinged sociopath on a suicide mission to make you uninstall the game. I can say that confidently because he absolutely devastated Kroll in a head-to-head battle. And after I tried to finish him off with a second army, he laughed at me, spit in my mouth, and beat me mercilessly.
Yeah, that didn't go so well. The auto-resolve character he does, I don't think he even needs auto-resolve. Like, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Like, he basically didn't took any damage. Oh my gosh. That is scary.
My greatest victory against him came on the 3rd attempt, where I managed to kill everyone in his army before he single-handedly beat all of my remaining soldiers to death. I genuinely believed I could defeat Gorok.
That sounds like, who was it that I was struggling so much with Imperium that can heal himself? And like, I was playing Skaven, I was playing Skaven, and this dude would just not freaking die. His scars larger than Tori. Wow. Gorok is one of those legendary lords that you must auto-resolve because he is immortal. Lewin! This is fucking Lewin, just lizard. It's the same. It's just the same. It's Lewin, but lizard. Lewin is also basically immortal. I love Gorok. He is such a beast. Base Gorok, mom and darn, I love that lizard. I think that's one that I tried until Khorne said, hey, everybody hates you now. And I was like, oh no.
Rock.
But it turned out I was, in fact, a soy boy. I was a low-T cuck.
I want you.
Reggie is the mainliest man of ever. Manliest man of the men. Khorne screwed over Tori, yes. I'm sorry, what? Let me rewind it for you, Potato. Don't worry. So you can hear it again.
Remaining soldiers to death. I genuinely believed I could defeat Gorok.
But it turned out I was, in fact, a soy boy. I was a low-T cuck.
I want you.
See? Reggie is so manly. He recognizes his own weaknesses. You sure you didn't mix Lewin and Vlad? Lewin is a pain to deal with, yes, but Vlad can take entire Empire campaigns. No, I didn't encounter Vlad at all, so I wouldn't know. But Lewin was, he was something. I really regret hearing this again more clearly. Perfect.
You two, no, I need you to understand that the only way to kill Gorok is by accepting a Pyrrhic victory auto-resolve. I don't care how much it costs, it's worth it. I did this myself, and with Gorok out of the picture, we quickly steamrolled his empire just in...
Late game Vlad gives me night terrors. Oh. I mean, I was playing Isabella and Vlad was in my army, so... Yay! I did took over the whole empire. It was the Bretonnian menace. She had to cheese those battles until she had enough DPS. Yeah, no, those were something, dude.
Time for a bioterrorist to declare war on us. The Skaven decided to take the fight to us, which is really unfortunate.
Yes, Rat is here. Yes. Lewin having 70% missile resistance and regeneration just tanked rattling guns. Yup. And everything else that was left of my army.
It for them, because we've just upgraded our cavalry to this. What is it, and where is its lower jaw? I don't know, but I do know that its anatomical abnormality makes it ideal for swallowing.
I wonder if it just runs around and chomps the enemies, like just slurp. Sometimes I think that it is bad buffs and skills are not counted in auto-resolve, but I also think it is good that doesn't happen. Auto-resolve counts very simply certain things. Like it has a very somewhat simple calculation. That's why a lot of times it is not very good measurement.
Swallowing entire rats without chewing. The War with Lord Scroll lasted about 15
Well,
turns.
not even chomps. Wait, it cannot chomp because it has no lower jaw, so it just slurp. I guess it just slurps.
And it went something like this. Get attacked by rats. Kill literal millions of them. Realize you're still outnumbered. Somehow win anyway. Siege battle.
Yup. That's how you fight frickin' rats. That's what happens.
Lose a siege battle because you didn't see the rats on the south wall and now you don't have any control points. Increase your blood pressure in frustration. Retaliate with tremendous violence. Get ambushed. Again. And again, and again. Get so angry that you black out, wake up on the defeat screen, and scream into the void. Start winning battles by abusing magic. Don't have mercy. Team up with a demented pirate to destroy their...
See, Vlad helps. Vlad good. Rat's bad. Average war with the Skavens. Yeah, no, Skavens are such a difficult faction to fight against. Not Vlad, wait, who is it? Oh no, this is not Vlad, this is Luthor. Here we go again. Oops, I did it again. Oh boy.
Capital cities, and eventually the war is over. Well, sort of. You see, it's turn 90, and the endgame event just triggered all of the endgame events. Compared to the rest of the world.
Wait, what were the endgames there? Hello there, Onyxian. Fortune favors the infamous? Yes. I think it's generally advisable to avoid the defensive siege battles. Actually, not always true. This is the interesting thing with me playing defensive battles, siege battles. A lot of times, if they're in a town that has walls, only if they have walls, I can a lot of times win with very minor, small, what is it called? The army that is in the cities. Garrison. A lot of times I'm able to win or deal a lot of damage to the enemy army to be able to then just steamroll them. So it depends which siege battles. Like a lot of times I will defend the siege battle. I will not attacking the towns and stuff like that I'm gonna most likely auto-resolve. But defending, I a lot of time do actually fight myself. Didn't know Vlad had pistols? Well, you know, upgrades, people, upgrades! The game has no idea how to calculate accurately the creativity. Oh, of course.
We got off pretty lucky, but we do still have to deal with a Vermintide,
Aww,
which means Skrulk
that
is back,
a cute
and he brought
one.
3 of his finest ball washers to cause trouble. We had to fight them.
Well, he still looks kind of cute, but yeah. Yeah, don't throw the Tory. Long lost cousin sent it from the new world. He tagged the Tory instead. How dare you?
Using just Kroll and an army of swamp demons. The game thinks
Damn.
we're going to lose, but what it's not
But-
accounting for is my strategic unpredictability.
When your enemy is nearly defeated and final victory is at hand, gas your own people so that nations greater than yours will intervene and destroy you. I see. Just whenever I defend, the enemy send 3 Doomstack and overruns me. Oh, I don't have that issue. Simple search for all battles, launch Tory via catapult in the enemies. I don't think I am... What? How is that helpful? Chat is in fight mode today. You guys just chose violence today. I don't know. Is it because of Reggie? Tory was due to being so small, they won't dare attack or even see. Don't even see! You the Banban, to be fair, with the size and helmet, you look like a projectile. I'm a dwarf!
In fact, even I don't know what I'm going to do on a second-by-second basis. But I started by casting a lot of spells, and it was
Makes
going
sense.
very well. Honestly, I wish I could take credit for this. But there were so
How is
many
the mana?
rats, I could probably be doing this blindfolded and killing just as many.
Yeah,
Rampaging
probably.
octopi crashed through their front line. Tsunamis obliterated their slingers, and my off-brand lizardmen chased down all the
Off-brand
survivors. All in
lizardmen,
all,
I love
we won
that.
the battle, and Kroll came out with over 1,000 kills. At this
Damn.
point, we're only a renegade.
And I'm certain that it was not the whole army that died. Sun Tzu said a lot when drunk. But they what to do, I know, these Chinese had rocket-powered arrows. Don't tell the hell. Like Smash, it would be a non-lethal catapult attack. How dare you?
God with 7 temples constructed, so we still have a lot of work to do. Now I could
Yeah,
just
you
be a
wanted
loser
20.
and play this
I remember
safe,
that.
but instead I decided to sail my armies across the ocean and fight the strongest faction on the map, the Tomb
Oh.
Kings. We came ashore on their borders
why?
and quickly realized how bad of a decision this was,
Yeah.
because every settlement here is totally uninhabitable. I pretended
Oof.
not to be bothered by this, because that seems like the kind of thing a god would do, but in reality it made building and recruiting troops very challenging. Apart from
Yeah.
that, the war with Khemri was going quite well. All of their armies were tied up in the east fighting with the dwarves and Tzeentch, so they were woefully
boy, that's a lot of
unprepared when we
armies.
showed up and started trashing the place.
It's like, oh, you're preoccupied. Perfect. Let me just take few of your cities. Your helmet spike is very aeronautical, fuel efficient, not a lot of drag coefficient, and it's also a piercing attack. You have said a lot of words that, sure. Put in the cannon? How dare I? I'm sorry. You are massive, Tori. Yeah, I am massive. I am massive. I am huge. How can you be massive? Okay, let me show you. Let me show you. I can show you. I can show you the world. Let me. There. Oh no, I didn't want to turn myself. Give me a second. There we go. And no, why are you turning? There we go. There. Am I big enough yet? Am I close enough to show you I'm huge? No longer short, no longer small. The 14-inch laptop screen you are currently occupying begs to differ. Oi, put me back on the TV, potato! Now you can properly react, stream? Yeah, now we can properly react, guys. That's the new content. Your hut is too short for the other chorps. No, it's not! It's big enough of a hut, I swear, chat. I swear. The hat is big enough. I swear. No, it's not average. It's big. It's big. Small hat or small bun? No, it's not small. Okay, let me back off. Okay? Okay, chat, we good? Okay, let's continue the video, you creatures.
Part of the issue for them was that I was shamelessly abusing these guys right here. The Balefire Apprentice is a magical ranged unit, and I figured out that by making an entire army out of them, I can absolutely melt just about everything on the Tomb King.
That's basically Skaven. It's basically Skaven Gatling guns and stuff. Yep, yep, that makes sense. Too short-sighted to find the emote to this of this. I am not short-sighted.
Roster. Even better still is that each one of them has access to Spirit Leech. This spell by itself can drain enemy lords pretty effectively, but since I have 15 apprentices, I can cast 15 instances of it at the same time.
You should not be allowed to do that.
Remember that I've sacrificed slaves to double the potency, so we've effectively cast 30 Spirit Leeches on this poor skeleton, and he has been liquefied within 5 seconds. I'm not proud to say it, but this tactic won us a lot of territory in the desert. It's now turn 108, and
that is just dirty. That is just so dirty.
Things are going very well. We have 11 temples, almost 10,000 slaves, a good chunk of North Africa, and we just unlocked a massive buff for our Balefire apprentices. However, this would soon change, because after I pressed the next turn button, every AI on the map entered into some kind of satanic pact to ruin my life. Khemri started pushing aggressively from the east. Then Ikit Claw started attacking us from the north. Following this, some Dark Elves decide they want to harvest my organs in Lustria. Meanwhile, some Wood Elves put us on a stretching rack ass first. And
damn, that clip was something. Very, very, very questionable indeed. Yes. Once had a bunny that was born with one ear, named the little guy Odin Ear. Oh, that's so cute. Bruh, the AI was like, okay, we are done.
Finally, gangs of Chaos Dwarves used a cartoon drilling machine to pop up randomly across Lustria and begin shooting us to death. So basically, we're in a war on 5 fronts. And no, it's not going well. That sounds perfectly. We were losing.
Oh no. Hello there, Grand Gunman. Welcome, happy to see you. Skaven are assholes. I know this because I play them. Oh, I was struggling to play Skaven, but they are not easy to fight against either, so...
about 4 battles per turn. In moments like these, all you can do is put on a strong face, because it's not gay to be pounded by 5 men unless...
I was waiting if he's gonna ever use this specific screenshot. I was waiting for it. It's a perfect usage. I love it. I am focusing only the player average strategy game. Yep.
You moan. However, the fight that really broke me was this one against Ikit. The auto-battler said it was a close defeat, so I thought I could win. I load the map and it seems normal. Then I go cry on the toilet for 25 minutes. For some reason, while I'm away, the map begins to change. The sand is getting marginally brighter by the second. By the time I return, it looks like this. The entire map is covered in some kind oversaturated glow that makes it virtually impossible for me to see what the fuck is going on.
That's no good. That's no good.
For the health bars, I wouldn't even know where my units were, let alone that they're currently being shot with Gatling guns. I tried my best to win this fight, but attempting to identify enemy units under these conditions proved remarkably difficult. Oh, you thought you sent your swordsmen to go fight some archers. Well, bad news. That's actually a giant mutated rat man, and everyone is dead.
No.
This is it. Rock bottom.
No!
I knew there was only one way to get out of this, and it's going to cost me a lot of money. We have access to a unit called a Demonomaniac. It's very good at killing everything. So against the advice of my financial advisor, I went ahead and built a doom stack with 10 of these fine young men. And let me tell you, as far as
These kind of look cool to like paint. I finally got to stream. Let's go! Happy to see you again.
Antidepressants go, this is the best I've ever had. I unlocked 20% ward save for them and spent the next 15 turns on Cloud 9, absolutely obliterating my way through the Tomb King Empire.
Nice.
All of my other armies were dedicated to holding my borders while Kroll systematically disassembled the strongest faction in the game. Don't worry, I didn't kill them. I left them alive just enough to appreciate how gimped their faction has become. With the Tomb Kings in a medically induced coma, our situation is still complicated, but a lot more manageable. Naturally, our finances are still stretched thin, and the Wood Elves are becoming a big problem. You see, every man has a single thread of insanity woven into the very fabric of their being. The Wood Elves are made exclusively from these threads, and as such,
I love the clip change.
They've been on a murderous rampage in the north. I've been slowing them down by sacrificing millions of Boglars, but this is not a long-term solution. Luckily, we were able to erect several temples of Kroll in the desert, and we're quickly closing in on godhood. There's just one more thing we need, and it's sitting all the way in Ulthuan. I had Kroll take to the seas and make his way there. Sitting patiently in this castle is a weapon of immeasurable power, wielded by a demon named Enkari. We're actually pretty good friends, but not for long, because I'm going to kill him and claim the Sword of Cain.
Oh, well, okay, that actually makes sense. Of course it's Sword of Cain. Tomb Kings are a bunch of angry old men yelling at everyone who passes by. Yeah, same as Necrons.
I started the battle, and on paper, we're definitely the underdog, but what the game forgot to consider is this.
Yep, that actually makes sense. Oh boy, these are damn, bro.
Hordes of sexed up freaks charged across the field towards us, but my demonomaniacs were having absolutely none of it.
Yeah,
honestly, it was very enjoyable, and not just because there were thousands of muscular men whipping me, but
It's not that, guys. It's not the fact that he was being whipped by 1,000 muscular men. That's absolutely not why. No. That would never. Good luck trying to seduce the demonic Godzilla. I don't think that's gonna work very well.
Because I started using this spell. Yeah, that's pretty nasty, even for Slaanesh. Enkari was quite tough, and he was even able to overpower my demonomaniacs. But as it turns out, he is remarkably susceptible to level 1 magic such as Spirit Leech. We finished up the battle with hardly any damage taken, sacked the settlement for 19,000 gold, and claimed the Sword of Cain. This gives Kroll 25 melee attack, 450 armor piercing, 20% ward save, and a vortex ability that just ruins everyone's day. With this weapon, I felt like a new man, like nothing could stop me. So the first thing I did was...
it makes sense. Like, I would feel that way too. Doomslayer music set to demon slaying seems heretical. You can write that in the comments of Reggie or mine. Is Slaanesh Reggie's favorite faction to play as or fight against? In one case, he is whipping people, and in the other case, he is the one being whipped. I think he wants to be whipped by the masculine men from Slaanesh, so probably fighting against it. Probably. He is a masculine man in the end.
Sail across the ocean and kick the shit out of Ikit Claw before burning his capital city to the ground and fortnight dancing on the ashes. Oh yes, this feels very good. While this was going on, I had some luck in my war against the Dark Elves. Finding them out of position, I was able to take several key settlements and cripple their empire. Their destruction was the
Jigsaw puzzle. I'm sorry, I love Jigsaw puzzles.
Final piece to this whole puzzle, because we're at 18 temples, and after capturing their settlements and doing some construction, it pushed us to 20. Level 50 Kroll with the Sword of Cain is now a god of the depths. With 135 armor, the largest mass of any lord in the game, between 1,400 and 2,500 weapon strength, plenty of regeneration, overpowered spells, and 15,000 health.
15,000 health, and this is just one unit in the freaking army? Ooh, boy.
Considering he also has 90% damage reduction, that means you'd need to deal about
Yeah, it's just what she said. That's what she said, dude.
150,000 damage just to kill him.
This
On
is
paper,
the
we are
army,
a
yup.
god, but it's time to prove it. I brought Khorne back to Lustria and emptied out his army. Everyone else is going north to push back the Wood Elves, but Khorne is going to stuff himself into this drilling machine and travel all the way across the map to finish off the Chaos Dwarves by himself.
No!
I came through the portal, and
My
before me
Chaos
were several
Dwarves.
dwarven
Not
armies,
enough
a few
cheese.
settlements, and their capital city Zarnagrund. This is basically their equivalent of Mecca, and if we can destroy it, well,
Damn.
they probably wouldn't like that very much. I started the
Oh, I'm evil for laughing at that one.
campaign by castrating Goras in the Breaker
Look
and
at the
700 of his men. Apparently, this was a heroic
Hmm.
deed. That was easy.
No
On to
train.
the next battle. This was where it got interesting, because it's just Khorne versus 5,000 Chaos Dwarves. I drove him straight into the crowd and popped all of his spells while screaming at the top of my lungs. They had about 10 units of
Makes
archers
sense.
firing flaming arrows into the side of Khorne for 15 minutes straight, but they couldn't get past his regeneration. The Sword of Cain,
Oh no, he
Kraken's
has
Pull, and
regeneration, of
Purple
course
Sun
he does.
tore through the blobs of conscript
Oh my
soldiers, and
goodness.
eventually I had generated enough power to use this ability. It summons a gang of feral bog beasts that began cleaning out the enemy back line. Wave after wave of dwarves shuffled onto the battlefield, only to be added to the collage of dead bodies that surround Khorne.
Wait,
In
does
moments
he
like
not
these, you
spawn
might feel bad for the
the little like krakens anymore? That this ability got taken away? Any of the cafe dragons of Maluz have 2 health pools? That's even better. Ooh. Largest mouse in the game greases bugs to disagree. The Chaos Dwarves are so nice for creating a worldwide subway system for the other factions to... no, that's not what we do.
short kings. But in this judgmental and materialistic world, it's not enough to be tall. You have to actively be anti-short. So I did what I had to do and murdered 5,000 dwarves with my bare hands. After cleaning up a few more battles and crashing the game, I had made my way to Zarnagrund. These rat bastards have been popping up in my territory like post-apocalyptic Mormons for the past 35 turns, and I'm finally going to put an end to it. They didn't make it easy for me though. Khorne charged towards the front gate and absorbed about 15,000 bullets to the face. After breaking through, it wasn't much better. We had to battle our way past centaur demons, flame warriors, and
anti-short grudge. I have so many grudges.
Blasted with heavy ordnance. Although at some points the artillery was actually working in our favor. You fire cluster bombs at me. I take 10% damage. Everyone else, they're dead. Not for nothing, this was the first battle where they actually made me hit the regen cap. So hypothetically, they could have killed me if they had more units. But they didn't. And once I was done smashing them into a dwarf puree, I forced their commanders to land. At which point, Khorne smacked them for 50% of their health with each gyration of his grotesque body. After 12 minutes, it was all over, and we had emerged victorious.
It's funny how much the blunderbuss is crutch for the Chaos Dwarfs. Lurk, no worries, potato, thank you for the lurkies.
Friedrich Nietzsche famously proclaimed, God is dead. But he had syphilis in his brain, so what the fuck does he know? God is alive and well, and he's covered in the blood of short men. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Finally, thank you to Enlisted for sponsoring the video. Changing history so that Japan wins.
Yeah, fire attacks are really strong against regen. Yeah, I can see how.
The war is a lot of hard work, and I need your help.
Are
Play
short
for free on
range,
PC, Xbox, and PlayStation using my link below to get plenty of free stuff.
I'm sorry, it's a good song. It's a good song.